Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. Here's something new from the Wrath of Kahneman, guys. Get this, from November through January, okay, so just within the last few months, Ripple has formally announced several new corporate payment partners and ODL users in addition to AI and NFT initiatives. So we can see Ripple is really looking to outperform and attain their goals, the goals that we've been hearing Brad Garlinghouse talk about since 2018. Move into new verticals. They started with payments. That was kind of the big, the big push for Ripple, the company, and the XRP ledger, cross-border payments, utilizing XRP for that liquidity provider, the bridge asset to move currencies. And now they're talking about AI and NFTs. We've heard about new murmurings, new rumors, new partnerships, and new development with regards to new technologies running on Ripple. So he goes on to say MFS Africa, FOMO, TravelX, etc. Understandably get the views, but pay attention to the holiday announcements too. So here we go, new corporate payment partners. We've got Nutrisource, fertilizer and agrochemicals in Singapore. We got Oceanus, food tech in Singapore. We got Valency, agro and consumer food tech in Singapore. We've got New Horizon Custom Blending, and is that in California? And Star Dreams General Trading Limited Agri-Commodities in Dubai. A lot of farming-based technology here, perhaps running on the XRPL. So then we also have the new ODL users, including Endine Wide, BC Remit, Cascade, Choice International, CrossPay, GCC Remit, GMT, Heyha, iSend, Lulu Money, and Lulu Financial Holdings, which is a big one. Lines Express, Money Trans, PMI Americas, Remitty, Right Choice Payment, Sir Money Changer, Tier Money, and WTM International. So these are all pure payment plays, not mentioning the CBDC and stablecoin discussions. So there's also that, right? Central bank digital currencies, the projects that they're already running in Palau and Bhutan. And we're also hearing murmurings, a possibility that Singapore could be the next country to adopt a Ripple-enabled central bank digital currency. Brooks and Whistle kind of let the cat out of the bag, and I did a video on that the other day. I'll link that up here in the top right-hand corner for you. So it is interesting to see that, the ecosystem is expanding. I did not know about these new corporate payment partners, but I gotta say, guys, it is getting very exciting, despite the fact that we are navigating very treacherous waters now, a very uncertain landscape with the SEC lawsuit. David Schwartz just came out with a new Twitter background that has been getting everybody kind of wondering what the heck does he mean about this. And I did a video on that this morning. I'll link that one up here if you guys didn't catch that. We are seeing more development, though, in the space. Crypto's not going away, Ripple's not going away, and neither is Algorand. This one from Matthew Liny. Deutsche Bank trials digital fund investment servicing platform with Memento. So, guys, this is being built in the Algorand ecosystem. Deutsche Bank has completed a digital fund investment servicing platform prototype with Memento blockchain. The two project partners indicate that the proof of concept, named DAMA, will provide a more secure, efficient, and flexible mechanism for digital fund management and investment services. This will offer a one-step digital fund investing service solution targeted at asset managers and their service intermediaries, transfer agents, custodians, and fund administrators that will streamline the process of issuing and servicing digital funds. The project, offering digital assets management, will deliver an open architecture platform offering buyers access to digital funds from a range of fund promoters and will support a range of different custody models. So they're looking just down here, a unique way for non-transferable tokens to represent a digital identity and profile of a wallet owner. They also tested a decentralized payment and exchange gateway, enabling investors to convert fiat money to digital assets or currency. Smart contracts adapted to a specific fund type will support fund valuation and accounting. So a bunch of different processes that are being built on this. And just down here, a quote, digital asset management and digital funds are the natural next step after asset tokenization. Through the DAMA project, we have been able to demonstrate the viability of transitioning into the future of digital finance through several innovative asset management and investment services, including digital identity, mass customization, and decentralized applications. So some big news here coming from Deutsche Bank. And just to go back to this, part of the Algorand ecosystem, if you go down here, some of their partners include Algorand along with some other big corporations. So interesting news here. Wanted to thank Matthew Liny. And I mean, I got to keep going back to some of these undervalued coins. I know I talked a little bit about them in this morning's video. Algorand. Another one, guys, that is looking poised to break out. It is a fast mover, along with some other cryptocurrencies. It's down about 90.5% since that high that we saw, that high way back in November of 2021. So Algorand, another good buy, in my opinion. It did come down into this level of support down in here. when the doom and gloom, the FTX show was occurring. And I mean, I did not take this opportunity to cost average down on my Algorand particularly. I instead purchased some HBAR, which I'm not regretting one bit. Nevertheless, all that turmoil, the doom and gloom, I knew that was part of a negative narrative and took that opportunity. I hope you guys did too. Anyway, gonna keep moving along because we got some other great news here from SBI Investments. Of course, we know SBI, one of the bigger Ripple partners, and they just led a $28 million Series A in German fintech Pliant. Founded in 2020, Pliant's credit card platform enables companies to issue physical, virtual, and one-time credit cards that integrate into business back-end enterprise resource planning software. The company also services other fintech firms with an embedded card platform that they can offer to their clients. Recent sightings include Candice, an invoice management software company, and Circula, a travel expense and employee benefits software provider. So SBI is now joining with Pliant, or rather they have led this Series A funding round to get in on the ground. The investment is a bright spot in the challenging time for startups. This is the other thing too we got to remember, right? Startups I'm sure are having a tough time right now considering it is a bear market. And a lot of VCs, especially the ones who do not have the sophistication to understand where blockchain is going. If they're just money men, they're not going to know if they see a diamond in the rough or not. So, it's great to see that, other companies that do have that sophistication that have already partnered up with blockchain technology companies like SBI, in the Ripple case. They're also taking a bit of a chance on companies that could be the next big thing. And so, to another point too, the companies that are getting funded now, I think should be companies to be looking at because just as I stated, big money comes in and, you'll see everything under the sun get funded in a bull market. But in a bear market, I think, VC funders are a lot more discerning, a lot more careful, essentially, in who they are going to throw their money at. So an interesting piece of news here from SBI Investments, leading a Series A funding round. Also, coming out of Japan, XRP withdrawals have been restored. So I didn't even know that they had halted from this Japanese exchange. The Japanese branch of the infamous FTX exchange announced that it has resolved problems with its user withdrawals for Bitcoin and XRP. The exchange had earlier reported security and risk control issues for users making withdrawals, promising to resume procedures once all security checks had been carried out. According to FTX Japan itself, its users currently hold about 71.8 million XRP and nearly 4,000 Bitcoin in their balances. I think the bigger shocking thing about this was not necessarily that the withdrawals were halted, but that FTX still exists in some way, shape, or form in Japan. I guess considering, it's a Japanese subsidiary, maybe it was not tied to the rest of FTX, although, you would think if it is, one of the subsidiary FTX companies that they would have had to have liquidated as well, considering the situation that FTX has found itself in because of Sam Bankman-Fried & Co. Nevertheless, I don't know if you guys are using FTX Japan for my Japanese viewers out there. And even just the fact that withdrawals are being halted on any exchange, whether it's FTX or any exchange, should raise alarm bells to you guys. Never keep your crypto on the exchange. Always keep it in cold storage. So whether you're in Japan or the UK, France, Germany, Canada, wherever, the United States, keep your cryptocurrency safe on a cold storage solution. I personally love the Ledger. You guys probably know that by now. I do have an affiliate link in the description. You can use it if you want. You do not have to use it. Don't keep your crypto, though, on an exchange, guys. This is Crypto Trading 101. Gonna keep moving along. James K. Filan here posting this. Now, the other day we heard about Rosalind Layton from Forbes and how she filed a motion to intervene to petition the court for access to the Hinman speech documents. Well, there has been an amendment that has been made. Brief little update here. James K. Filan just describing it for us. I do have the amended forms linked in this tweet, so if you guys want to go to that, you certainly can. But James K. Filan basically saying that she has amended her motion to intervene to petition the court for access to the Hinman speech documents. Dr. Layton's original request suggested that the SEC had offered the Hinman speech documents in support of its own summary judgment motion when that was not in fact the case. So here are the documents. Again, I will link this in the description if you guys want to read further. Basically, just another small little update as we are waiting with bated breath to see what the outcome of the case is going to be. Meanwhile, you see all kinds of things on Twitter. Brett Hill posting this. Ripple case was dropped a long time ago, but it has been kept from the general public. We already won. Yeah, I really wish this was the case. Unfortunately, This is not true. This is false. Here it did say back on October 1st, 2021, De Bevois and Plimpton LLP is pleased to announce that the SEC is dropping the case against crypto company Ripple. I don't know if you guys remember when this happened, but this was in fact proven false. Even if you just do a search here for the SEC is dropping the case against Ripple, it shows up here, fake press release was announced. And even at that time, I don't know if you guys remember, but even NASDAQ was putting out this information. They did not fact check it, or sorry, no, it wasn't NASDAQ. This is the NASDAQ article, them dispelling the rumors, but I do think it was Yahoo that actually put it out. Of course, retracted that right away. So just be careful, guys. Do look into things. It is important. The lawsuit has not concluded yet, unfortunately, although hopefully very, very soon. Gonna keep moving along because I also happen to see this, okay? DTCC, all the money tweeted out by Digital Perspectives here on Twitter. Check out the dates here. Now, for those of you guys who do not know what DTCC is, I know probably a lot of you guys do already, the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, okay, and they have links with Ripple, okay? They're an American post-trade financial services company providing clearing and settlement services to the financial markets. They perform exchange of securities on behalf of buyers and sellers and functions as a central securities depository by providing central custody of securities. And guys, they are looking to go digital. I don't know if you remember a few months ago, Digital Perspectives also posted this, an R3 update. We're excited to share that DTCC selected R3's Corda as the underlying DLT for its Project Ion settlement platform, which is now live in a parallel production environment, processing over 100 transactions per day. You can read all about it here, and I will link this in the description of the video if you guys are interested. Also note here this figure, this flowchart here from R3's document. Figure 1, some different ways to categorize your tokens. And you can see for wholesale, fungible, regulated, and asset-backed tokens, you can see XRP does fall within the realm between fungible and wholesale tokens. He also highlighted JPM coin down here. So XRP, part of this ecosystem, R3 has the capability. I mean, it isn't exclusively XRP that settles with R3. However, they do have the capability. They're connected with DTCC. And so DTCC did come out with this announcement saying that May 28, 2024 will be the final implementation date to move the T+1 settlement for transactions in U.S. cash equities, corporate debt, and unit investment trusts. So it's looking like we have a date, guys, I guess, unless it gets pushed. This is when we can expect this transformation. 801 XRP down here also mentioning this. A coincidence? Maybe on the exact same day, over a 3-day weekend, guys, in Gary Gensler's calendar, May 28th, 2024. Here's what he said. So I guess they had that sunshine meeting. After all today, the SEC is implementing some amendments to shorten the settlement cycle. This implementation will take place over a 3-day weekend, May 28th, 2024. This comes in response to the 2021 meme stock events. And you guys can see that here. You remember the meme stocks, the meme stock events. If you click here, you get a little bit more info on that. So this addresses one of the 4 areas the staff has recommended the commission to address in response to the meme stock events of 2021. Further, the implementation for these amendments will be set after Memorial Day, May 2024. This implementation comes more than 3 years after key industry members first proposed shortening the settlement cycle, and a year and a quarter from now, providing sufficient time, in my view, for the transition. So that transition date in Gary Gensler's calendar, coincidentally, or maybe not so coincidentally, DTCC implementing this on the exact same date. So the narrative, very, very positive for cryptocurrency, very positive for the big bodies that are going to be implementing cryptos like XRP through companies like R3. However, we've got the head of the BIS chief, Augustin Carstens, spewing out this negative narrative. Crypto has lost the argument that it's an alternative to fiat currency. So, on the one hand, because we explore, because we research, we have the positive news, the development news, understanding which coins are going to have value. But the mainstream narrative, the battle has been won. Carstens told Bloomberg TV in an interview, the digital asset sector is licking the wounds of a $2 trillion rout at the end of November because of the FTX collapse, which has morphed into one of the highest profile corporate crime cases in U.S. history. And I guess I should finish that Carstens quote here. A technology doesn't make for trusted money. Down here in his speech, Carstens touched on private sector stablecoins. He said regulators must ensure stablecoins don't harm investors and consumers or fragment the monetary system. So again, this same crypto narrative, negative, negative, negative. We need heavy regulatory clarity. However, in the same breath, the BIS posted this. There's a great promise in the idea of unified ledger, a platform combining different new functions with payments, which could boost the capacity of the monetary system and enable new forms of money that might do more than just pay. This coming from, again, a statement from just 5 hours before I recorded this. Augustin Karsten argues that central banks need to think big to reap the greatest benefits from innovation to the future monetary system. And of course, they are not going to spell out which coins they are using. However, guys, it is sounding more and more positive for cryptocurrencies like XRP, like Algorand, like XLM, like VeChain. All these different great cryptocurrencies are going to be part of a new financial system. Just real quickly here, a unified programmable ledger in a public-private partnership. So they're also saying, not only is government going to be part of this, but private companies as well. Around the world, central banks are exploring how to give money new capabilities. The BIS is supporting much of this work as it incubates projects and catalyzes new ideas in the world of central banking. This includes work on central bank digital currencies, as we know Ripple has already started work on for different countries at both wholesale and retail levels. XRP and R3 mentioning that they are a wholesale cryptocurrency, as well as fast payment systems and their interlinkages across borders. We are also experimenting with tokenization on different assets, including tokenized deposits. So the buck does not stop here, guys. Distributed ledger technology still in the eyes, still front and center in terms of technology. The BIS knows it. They're mentioning it here in their paper. A unified ledger, something that moves everything of value, whether it is the XRP ledger being combined through interoperability with other ledgers, or even just more development being built on ledgers like the XRPL. Remember who owns the world, a small faction of global elites, the 0.0001%, and all those members go to Davos every single year, hosted by the World Economic Forum. In their paper from June of 2021, I know I'm beating a dead horse with this document, but I gotta say, guys, this is the only document where they've actually outlined the cryptocurrencies that they see as being the value-added drivers for the Internet of Things in the future. And again, guys, those cryptocurrencies, Algorand, Cardano, CELO, the XRPL, which obviously hosts the XRP, but I would assume that many different coins that run on the XRPL would be included in that, Solana and Stellar's XLM. So again, when I talk about my position in Algorand or my position in XRP or Solana or whatever, it's not for no reason. It's not because I've just picked these coins out of thin air. These are the added value drivers, and the Bank for International Settlements, or the BIS, has close ties with the World Economic Forum, guys. It's a small club. We're on the outside, and we're trying to figure out how we can benefit. The Internet of Things will be a unified reality in the near future. So, guys, I can't say it enough. Hold and store those coins that are going to have real-world utility down the road. That's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.